Guys, I hate to say this, but it's time for me to let go of my HEMI. Okay, I've got my 426 HEMI, also known as the Keeper. I have it out here on display here today because unfortunately I'm gonna have to let it go because I have bills to pay, I've got things at home to pay. So I'm gonna have to let this go. So I'm not gonna put it on eBay right now. I'd rather have it on YouTube for all my viewers to see this first. In case any of you guys know anybody who wants to buy it, I have the whole outfit right here. It's a 1969 426 HEMI, came from a 69 Coronet automatic car. According to the tags, I read them, studied them, checked that out, and it comes from an automatic Coronet. One of 4 cars sold in Canada. But where's the car? Nobody knows. But here's the original motor, 1969. Here's the serial number to the car, and of course, here it is on the block, right here. It's a genuine 68 block for a 69 car. Well, the date code is it's buried behind the start of the date code. But anyways, for you guys who want to know, it's a 68 block for a 69 car. It's the real thing. It's a nostalgia block. It's the real thing. Like I said, it's a 30 over engine. There's no damage, no welding. It's a perfectly good running engine. So I also have the original 69 valve covers with this engine, which are right over there for you guys to, that comes with the engine. I've got the complete engine with the K-frame from an E-body, CUDA Challenger. I've got the power steering pump. And of course, right now I installed a custom-made power steering cooler because now that the engine is being sold with a dyno 60 with a 354 ratio equipped with power steering, now you need a cooler. It's custom made. The reason is I can't find the original piece. I tried, I cannot find one. So then I said, let me put one on so I can say it's all there. There is nothing missing on this engine. You've got the PCV valve hose, you got the accelerator pedal, you got the heat tubes, the carburetor is complete. You got the wiring to the firewall. You've got the exhaust manifolds, the starter, the heat shield. And you know I went through a great deal to find this heat shield for the starter. Oh yeah, go find one, it's very rare. I went out of my way for this piece and it cost me quite a fortune to get this piece, only because I have to have it on the engine because it's part of a HEMI. And here it is, it's on the engine, it's installed, ready to go. Even a genuine oil filter from Chrysler. Both belts are on. Brand new clutch, fan also. Then I've got the bell housing with an SFI flywheel, clutch assembly complete with the fork, the boot, and a transmission. And of course, this is a 23 spline transmission. It's not an 18 spline, it's a 23 spline, but it can easily handle 500 horsepower. As viewed on what this engine made on our first video, which was the Keeper. That's why I called it Keeper. I didn't want to let it go really, but it made like 500 horsepower, 500 torque. If you guys want to see the engine running, just go to that video, check it out, and this is the engine. Of course, this is a 23 spline transmission, but my buddy who had the wants to do the codes and the colors, he put a 677, which is a 440 HEMI 18 spline, which is not true. We just put it like that for decor, but in reality, it's a 23 spline. And yes, it can handle 500 horsepower very easy, even though it is a 23 spline. Oh yeah, I've got 440 cars out there with over 500 horsepower with a 23 spline transmission, and they're still holding. It's all there. Is there anything missing? Even the transmission mount is there. I'm also leaving the original slip-on shifter, which is a 1970 model for an E-body. It's all there, it's not restored. This is a genuine shifter. I left it, and it's gonna come with the whole setup. Reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4. There you go. Reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4. Neutral. And there it is. Genuine, rare, 1970. 1 year only. This shifters are 1 year only. Slide on for an E-body. And I've also got a heavy-duty dry shaft with a big yoke. Big U-joints, heavy-duty dry shaft. It's made for a Dodge Challenger. It's got a dyno 60, a complete axles, brake line, brake hose, And of course, I've got the drums on it. And of course, I've also got the brakes all there. I'm also selling it with the cradles, the one for the rear end and also the one for the engine. I don't think there's anything missing in the setup. If you guys have an e-body that you want to throw it in, this is a complete package ready for installation. I even have the original air cleaner, even the original air filter element. I even have the correct bolts that tie up the K-member to the frame rails. Look at that. How much more can I do? I don't know, but it's all there from what I know. This would also make a beautiful showpiece. If you guys have a museum or a showroom, why don't you park this piece between two cars and have people come in your museum and look at it to talk about an engine with all the details. Once you put a car on this, you don't see all these details. But you know, when you have it like this, exposed in your museum, you can see all the details of the engine, the transmission, and so forth. And it would make a nice conversation piece inside your showroom. You know, I've been to a few museums, but I've never seen a drivetrain complete like this on display in anybody's showroom. I mean, look, this is one pleasant piece. Of course, everybody said the HEMI is a beautiful looking engine. It's very famous. It's a legend. And this is an engine you should have in a museum as a display. Sure, there's other nice engines, but I don't think there's anything like a 426 HEMI to put on display in your museum. Walk around the engine, talk about details. It's all here. I started building this engine about 2.5 years ago. It took me 4 or 5 months to finish it off complete. Then of course I had it on the dyno. I bought it then because I wanted to keep it as a showpiece. But then again, I wanted to buy a car to put it in. But I ended up buying this Yuko Challenger, which I'm building right now, which is one of my dream cars. And I want to work with this, and I want to put some of the funds to finish that car. So in the meantime, since I've got so many expenses at home and here and there or whatever, I need to sell this. I have to let it go. It's been a tough year because this year I also had to replace my dyno. That costed me a few dollars. I also have a roof to replace on my home. I have to let go of one of my toys, and apparently it has to be this, my 426 HEMI on display. I really don't want to sell it, but you know what? If the offer is good, I'll let it go. Before I put it for sale anywhere on eBay or anywhere else, I'd rather put it with my viewers here on YouTube first. And if you guys are interested, or anybody you know, whoever, I'm giving you guys first choice. Look at it, or if you have any questions or details, information you need, just email my email and I'll be more than glad to answer you guys. And our email address is indieauto@videotron.ca. You can check it out on the About page, and yeah, it's all there. So I'm just making this video just to display my engine to see if anybody's interested in buying it. And I don't want to really let it go. I know what it's worth. So if it's a fair offer, I'll let it go. So you guys take a good look at it and you let me know. It's all here and it's all rebuilt. Nothing needs to be restored. All you have to do is add oil in the gearbox, add oil in the differential, and it's a drop-in. Just like butter. And if you guys have some time, just look down on the computer. You're gonna see our merchandise. If you guys like any of the stuff, buy it and you'll love it. Or check out our Patreon /Nick's Garage. Like, subscribe, and I love you guys. Thank you.